Good evening, everyone. I feel like some of you might have started to get that the stream normally starts early. Da Vinci, you've been here like since afternoon. Jeff, Martin, Mike, how's it going? Death Cube, LTX. How's it going, everyone? Making mac and cheese. Like Kraft mac and cheese or like the good kind of mac and cheese. That reminds me, I bought the stuff to make good mac and cheese. Gouda and some Parmesan and cheddar. Awesome. Pop away. How's it going? So, I hope everybody had a good day. I have been working on printing parts. I am. We are ready to suss it up. Vince, how's it going? We're still a few minutes early. We'll get into that here in a minute. Down under. I'm not misspelling Stealthburner, sir. It is warm out here. I had the heaters on and had been inside, made dinner. Did I? Well, here's the thing. Spell check doesn't like it when you put some words into things. Let's see. Content. Live. Yep. It corrected it to Steelburner. That's interesting. All right. Should be good now. Steel to strategically transport equipment to another location. So 70 runs of the speed test and no disconnects on Trixie. Oh, that's good. I've got some sort of little splinter in my hand somewhere. I can't find it. No, it wants to auto-correct things that, like, I try to enter stuff into, like, the known words thing so that it stops trying to fix them, but it doesn't always work. Is there a version for the Nomi? Works with Rainbow Barf. And last, does it have space for a nozzle cam? So, well, we're at 8 o'clock, so we'll take a look at some stuff here. Yeah, I saw that last I saw you were having issues with the tool head or something. Nomi is useless on this. All right, so here I looked, but I think I threw away all of my Stealthburner faces. The only one I think I have is over here on a printer, but I'll double check because it would be good to be able to compare. And worst comes to worst, I'll pull that one off. Let me just double check real quick. So if it's going to be anywhere, it would be in this one. Like I used to have like an entire bin of just Stealthburner front plates. From different printers and different colors I had tried. Yeah, I don't have them anymore. All right, so I've got one printer that has a Stealthburner on it, and we'll pull it off to compare. Interesting. Why did the power get shut off on this? I'm gonna have to power it off here in a second. So this is going to be too small for a Nomi. G2 extruder, no. There's two options currently. You can do this with an HGX gear set, or you can do it with a BMG gear set. Work with Rainbow Barf? Yeah, there's no reason why it wouldn't. It takes a regular NeoPixel, so you shouldn't have any issue getting a Rainbow Barf in there. Does it have space for a nozzle cam? I don't know how big the nozzle cam is, but I'm going to wager that if you wanted to model this to be able to put that nozzle cam in there, you probably could. Like I said, I've never had a nozzle cam, so I couldn't tell you for certain. All right. Just wanted to, I couldn't remember turning this thing off, so wanted to make sure it turned on. But now that we've made sure it turns on, we'll go ahead and take this off. Yeah, I've seen a couple people have them on their printers. I can't remember offhand, but I've never had one myself. I looked at them when they first came out, and as memory serves, they were pretty pricey. And I would have had to run another cable to my tool head, which anybody that knows me knows I hate having extra cables run to my tool head. So, point of reference, this the Stealthburner tool head I have there is for the Rapido Ultra High Flow. The Stealthburner tool head faceplate here is for a standard length Revo hot end. So it's going to give you some idea of what you're working with. All right, so here we go. Here is your Stealthburner for standard Revo hot end. So height-wise, you're looking, it's less for Rapido Ultra High Flow next to standard Revo. You've got less Z height on the Stealthburner for an ultra high flow than you do for a regular on this. And then there you go, lined up on this side. You can't see that, lined up on this side. That's how much wider your Stealthburner is than the Stealthburner. So shorter, narrower, altogether a little bit more compact. John Doe, how's it going? Bearded Printer. All right, let's put this back on. Ta-da. So I did get the switch wire put into its new home yesterday. It's on a shelf here underneath the Trident. Yep. So you can just kind of see it down here. But it is got its home down there. What are you doing? So, anyway, this stream build is kindly sponsored by Pulsar 3D. Got a care package in the mail today. We've got in here We've got some Pulsar 3D stickers. We've got a 3010 fan. We've got the 4020 fan. Ooh, a 4-wire fan. Fancy. HGX gear set. HGX V2 gear set. And then Sus breakout board. So thank you to Pulsar 3D for sending all this stuff out. Very much appreciate it. Making this possible. 100% would not have been possible without them. So you watched it twice. You liked it twice. Stream's so nice. You liked it twice. But yes, so let's get to work on a few things first and foremost. Let's turn on the power over here to heat press, and let's put some heat sets into this. Man. Like a piece of glass every time I push down on it. All right. So like I said, a few heat sets here to start with. Looking at how some of this stuff goes together so I can get an idea on where and what for all of this. Okay, so that's gonna go there. I've got the CAD up, I think. Let me look at the CAD. That way we get it in the right spot. I would pull it up on that computer, but that computer doesn't run it. File. Open. All right, we'll give Fusion a minute to think about it. Damascus, how's it going? And we'll start putting some of these heat sets into places we know they're absolutely going to have to go. At the bottom of this. All right. Wiring up stealth changer. Yeah. I didn't spend a whole lot of time looking at all the config stuff for that. But I definitely got the impression that it less than fun. Oh. All right. Did this thing load yet? All right. Let's take a look. Hot ends. Hardware. Extruder. X carriage. The CNC assembly, eh? All right, let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out real quick. All right, so looks like this goes up here. Put a picture of your mac and cheese and beer fridge. Let's see. Oh, that does look fantastic. Is that taco seasoning on top of there? All right, let's see. Dun. Don't need a heart. That's what I need. Is that an M4 screw? Yep. M4s. Sorry, so there's these holes right here. Clearly too small for a heat set, but also too big for an M3. Or maybe not. Does this get a nut behind it, maybe? Yep, M3 hex nut. That's what it is. Alright, so M3 nut. And then it's always fun getting to figure this stuff out. There's no manual yet for this. I think there is one coming, if I understand correctly. So there's that. Raj, how's it going? All right. It's too long. I guess in the middle will be just right. Little Goldilocks with the screws here. But yeah, I kind of want to put this most of the way together before I put it in the printer, because it's a lot easier to work on it when I don't have to bend over and look inside of a printer. Ooh, almost 12:30 there. Yikes. All right, so this is going to slide up in there. Then this will go just like so. And here's our filament cutting arm. Go here. All right, so we need 2 heat sets, one here. Then two here. Paprika and cayenne pepper. All right. Yeah, I used smoked paprika in my mac and cheese too. All right. Go and back this off. Get our hot end. Somebody remind me to heat tighten this thing. Oh, we need our hardware. Brad, how's it going? All right. This one. Is this it? No, that's not it either. All right. Let me do this. Video capture. All right. Cool, it's going good. The only thing we've got is we've got we're working figuring a lot of it out from CAD. So there is that. Luke, how's it going? So some of it I'm trying to figure out as we go. I can hear my daughter singing karaoke all the way out here. I do too. I like their logo. Luke, I'm sorry I didn't get to hang out in your stream a whole lot earlier. For some reason, the Twitch app didn't want to load on the iPad that's inside next to the stove. I was cooking dinner at the time. And so it kept wanting to shut off. Like the iPad kept wanting to time out and shut off. All right, so that doesn't look like anything goes into here. So they don't line up to anything. But let's see what size screws we need for this. Oops. 12 millimeter. Yeah. All right. Then let's look at this. So Where's our blade coming through on this? Where is the issue? There we go. All right. So. Yeah, the blade's going to come right across the top of this. So what I want to do is, in an effort to not have the same issue we had over on Rapid Burner, I don't want to have PTFE tube right there. JPP, what's up? I can't remember if Rapido is 80 watts or 120, something like that. It doesn't tell you on the label. I honestly can't remember how many watts they are. All right. So I'm going to take, and I'm going to put a heat set in through here. Then I'm going to go get a drill bit. JPP is watching, but he has the stream muted. Oh. Let's go to this one. There's the size we need. Enjoy your dinner, Martin. All right, so I'm gonna take, I've got that heat insert where filament goes through. I'm just going to drill it out. Alright, now I'm going to get some PTFE tube. I need it to stick up just a hair. So I'll take put a little mark on here where I need to cut it at. Another PTFE tube cutter. And what are you guys making for dinner? I made country fried pork cutlets, country gravy, mashed potatoes, and peas for dinner. Alright, so now we got PTFE tube in there. Smoked chicken and baked potatoes. Nice. I need to get my smoker out one more time before winter sets in. I think I bought something to put on the smoker and I can't remember what. I just find that the smoker's not quite like the grill. Like, I'll fire up the grill to make me a cheeseburger. I'm not going to fire up the smoker to make me a piece of chicken. You know what I mean? All right, so we've got a path for our blade now, so that the PTFE tube is constrained in there. Now we can put this back on. Run our wires through here. No, don't run our wires through there. So, there's not many of you around, but I don't think I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, that would be that. I normally do, like, I'll do like a rack of ribs for tonight, and then I'll smoke something for another night too. But I have 5 gifted memberships left for this month, and tomorrow's Halloween. Going to be out trick-or-treating with everybody, getting everybody ready to go out camping because they leave Saturday morning. So I'm going to go ahead and gift those memberships out now to y'all. There's no point in not gifting them out. Joseph, Kenneth Davis, Clownhammer, Slim Gig, and Zybertech. Congrats on the free gifted memberships. All right. So there's that. Let's move this off to the side. This is what they do. They go through there. Then this one. Tightened. That'll slide on. All right. Let's work on a couple of the bits and bobs for this. Here's our one fan that we need some parts taken off of. And then here's our other fan. No idea what that is. Oh, we probably ought to do, because I'm not going to be able to access it, the LED in here first. Let me get that out of here. All right, now let's take a look at this breakout board. Okay, we've got 4 pins, 3 pins. So this is RGB here. Okay, so we do have RGB port on the breakout board. No way it'll be functional. What's wrong with it? I haven't missed a whole lot, Havoc. We're working on putting together the sus burner. We've got the bottom part of it put together so far, or almost put together. I need to get a screw here. Holy crap. Screw does not want to go in there. There we go. Clownhammer, you're welcome, sir. This is different, man. We compared it at the beginning. It is quite a bit smaller. Better extruder, smaller package. At least I'm not sitting in the printer. What do you mean? So it gets 2 LEDs at the nozzle and 1 in the middle, same as your regular Stealthburner does. So you've got 2 nozzle LEDs and 1 logo LED. So 1 here, 1 over here, and 1 right there. And we're going to have to solder those up here in a second. Also, I found out that Ambrosia's Prince of Purple is UV reactive, so that's cool. It's still ugly. All a matter of taste, my man. Different strokes for different folks. All right, I need to get spring. I needs to get a spring. Will this one fit? No. Spring too big. This spring, right diameter. Too flimsy. All right, let me go get out my big box of springs and see what's in there, maybe. Will this one work? Come on, fit. You fit on this side. All right, so there's that. Hey, Luke, are you here still? Yes, it was. So the donation you made towards the tube fund has been fully applied to a tube order. Tube compact order. So thank you to you, Raj, Brad, everybody else who has donated, become members, and all that good stuff. To help fund the tube for the the NG build. I heard from Hector today. He said that he would be able to get it here in time for the stream, and I got some not so great news, and figured I'd better apply it to where it belonged before it got commandeered for other needs. You just need to get yours done before I get mine done? Yeah? Or hear me out. If it's not done, November 21st, you put it in your vehicle, you punch in my address, and you come finish yours with me. You can make it like a whole thing. You can even come up a day early, go up to KB3D. You still won't get yours. Yeah, you and a bunch of other people too. So I was asking the other Luke of Luke's Lab if the tube compacts were going to be ready for be done by November 22nd, and he's like, I'm going to be in Germany for Formnext. Like, it's like, well, that's not exactly what I was asking, but yeah, I know he's going to be there, but I was just asking if, pre-orders and stuff were going to be out and to people by then, not if he was necessarily going to be home on that day. It's all right. There's a lot going on in a chat, and sometimes it's hard to keep track of stuff. Joe is sending the core index prototype. Oh, to Formnext? I hope they come up with a better name than core index. Seem to be missing a zip tie on that strain relief. What is he doing for the Construct 3D 2? The only thing I can pretty much assume is true is that it will have V wheels. That man loves V wheels. All right. Zip tie on strain relief. I know I'm going slow on this, but I want to make sure I do it right. And I do it right the first time. All right, so. Ooh. So it's already been revealed then. Let's bring this down here. Go to site. All right. Let's take a look at this together. Construct 2, our newest 3D printer designed specifically for the industrial market. Accuracy, able to deliver more than 8 kilograms of material throughput per day with our... Really? Cooling. 140-20 radial fan. Auxiliary cooling fans. Duet. 1300 watt full load power draw. 12.3-inch color touchscreen. Aluminum fully enclosed frame with neoprene flame retardant thermal insulation side panels. Build volume 340 by 390 by 400. $800-watt chamber heater. No, 800-watt bed. 300-watt PTC chamber heater, exhaust filtered tool head. LGX Pro. CHT 6.6. $101 millimeters cubed for flow rate. $1,000 pre-order price. The thing that I see here is after all of his preaching about how rails bad, V-wheels good, his toolhead seems to be mounted on rails. uh. Pull up pants for food. Is it gonna cut it for that thing? I think the bottom of it is like filament storage slash filament changer thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's on the rails. I don't really care. I think he was wrong against about V wheels being better than linear rails. It's a drying chamber in AMS area, yeah. But no, it's a cool machine. I think if I had 15 grand, I would probably go with the like a Pantheon, or I would probably go with the Vision Miner machine, honestly. If I had 15 grand to blow on a printer, I would probably go with the Vision Miner machine. Because at least that's going to give me the ability to do some materials that I'm not going to do on a Voron. I would be interested, though, since this Doom Cube Micron gets to such a absolutely insane chamber temp, if I could pull off doing prints in Peak or PEC. I wouldn't be able to do it with a Rapido hot end, but I'd probably be able to get a tube up to those temps. All right, so we need to work backwards on our wiring here, I think. Let me go find some wiring for the LEDs. Actually, I'm not going to make you guys suffer through me soldering up LEDs. I will do that after stream. Let's go to working on an extruder. All right. So one of these bearings is clearly going to go in here. And then this is going to go there. That's going to go like this. So heat set, heat set. All right, so bearing goes here. All right. Lots of bearings in this thing. I like it. None of them are needle bearings. And then this is going to just sit over here. This is going to go on this arm, which is going to go in this way. So bearing and another bearing. We'll get our little pin. Push that in. And that is going to go just like this. Long pin. Maybe. Freaking fingers will work. This might actually need the longer pin in here. Then this is snug. Let's get the little tapper hammer out. Give her a little tap tap. Interesting in my thoughts on yeah, no. Dropping it. Hey, Kill Prince, how's it going? How's things going over your way, man? Have you got all your builds done for your charity stream? Congrats, Down Under Maker. Anybody in chat is not subscribed to my buddy Down Under Maker, go subscribe. I promise you that if you go watch his streams, you will learn more than you will watching my streams. All right, so well, it spins. This pin's still not far enough in. Gotta tap her some more. See, it's still not quite closing all the way. I do the same thing, man. I get frustrated and start ranting about shit. I know, that's my only problem with watching Down Under Maker streams, is the entire thing's upside down. But here's the trick. If you watch it long enough, your brain will automatically fix it and turn him. You won't even realize he's upside down anymore until you look away from your monitor and everything that you look at looks like it's upside down then. I keep trying to explain to him that he's upside down. Tell him at the beginning of every stream. I think he's doing it as a joke at this point. I think he just doesn't care. Mad Dog, there is a some friends of ours tomorrow or Saturday. JPP might be able to tell us better. 3D and T, are they still doing the like costume stream thing? Lee Marie 3D has a Halloween stream. Is their stream tomorrow? Or is that on Saturday? Alright, so that goes together now. Alright, so we need to get some heat sets put in this stuff. Now that we got all of our gearing set. There's a couple things going on. Kiloprints has some charity stuff going on. There's a lot of folks involved with that. Wrath, Kiloprints, Armor 3D printing, Lee Marie 3D. Kiloprints, if you're here still, you mind throwing up a link to your charity thing you got going on? Check out the Discord. Okay. Let's go over here. Oh, hell no. Mike. Does it come with like something that makes the squeezy chicken noise? Yeah, so your walkthrough yesterday for Trixie is also just a really good reference stream for anybody that's looking to install Clipper. It's really something. Don't know what, but it's something. Oh, shit. Love it. All right. Heat sets, heat sets. One, two, three. And one last heat set. All right. So now we got all those in. This. I'm going to need another heat set back here. Yep. Another heat set back here. You posted the prize for the costume contest? Best costume winner gets the honor of launching a whipped cream pie at the leadership team and a $25 gift card. Oh, shit. They know their audience, don't they? You got the under pushing plastic. Nice. Hmm. All right. I need a heat set here. Just trying to track down all the places I need to put heat sets in this thing. Right. That goes in like so. It goes on there. This looks like a job for M3x6s. think I can get an 8 in up here. Okay. And then size do we need over here? Is it 80% scale? Look closer to like a 2/3 scale to me. Might be 80. Yeah, it might be 80 now that I think about it. Anyway, there we go. Put our thumb screw in there. Get our drill back out because we need to drill this heat bed out again. But on the other side. Carefully as to not go into the plastic, but the one that the filament comes through. Yeah, so that is part of the reason why this stream is sponsored by Pulsar 3D. It uses fans out of, is it the K1? They're a really high RPM fan to get you your cooling still. Now, what size goes in here? $12. Night, Mike. Yikes. Yeah, that would not be good, Mike. Let me give you the link. There's the link to the fan for the 4020, and then the 3010 fan that we're using in this build is also on his site. All right, now we need to figure out what size ball bearing this takes for the filament sensor. We got 5mm, 5.5. It's like a 5.5mm ball bearing. These got big balls. And then we need a switch. So let's use shite. Pins are bent the wrong way on that one. Won't be using it. We'll use this one. There's a place on here. Put your ball bearing in there for your filament switch. Yeah, leave me alone. Is it spelled right now? I went back. I think I got it all right. It doesn't. The built-in spell check on the Mac doesn't want to let you spell stuff the wrong way. It just kind of automatically fixes stuff for you whether you want it to or not. Well, fuck. I bent this pin up. Yeah, tachometer and PWM. So, the fanciest fan I own. And $5 is a hell of a price for a good fan. Hold on one second. My 6-year-old is requesting my attention. the 6-year-old has a loose tooth, and she wants it out so the tooth fairy will come. But she does not want to pull it out. Yeah, I forget what he said the RPMs on this thing were, but it is crazy. Whatever, I can't remember offhand what he said it was, but it is very high. All right. Got one with fancy RGBs, and one day it stopped moving. The poor Revo nozzle clogged up into the cold side. Yikes. $15K. That would be hilarious. Just tie a string to dart, let her shoot it with the Nerf blaster, shoot her own tooth out. All right, so we need a wire. So I'm thoroughly impressed that they managed to engineer HGX gear set and a filament sensor into this little tool head. Yeah, so I am pretty sure the Jabberwocky's the first tool head I've had with fans that have tachometer pins on it. So I can't really say one way or the other. I can tell you that I've had some real issues with jams because of hot ends that the fans stop turning though. So it definitely will be a nice to have. And particularly on this printer. The chamber temps getting in excess of 90 C inside of this printer during the summer, and in the 70s in winter when the temperature in the garage is below freezing and the inside temperature of that machine is 70 C. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna bend this up, and that up. I'm gonna get my fancy electric screwdriver because I can't keep doing this without it. Yikes. Death Cube, thanks for becoming a member. 109 C on the stepper driver. All right, so there is your filament sensor installed. Go get a piece of filament and see if it works. Yes, new stickers. Like you get so many stickers. Oh yeah, that's good. That clicks almost right away. I hate when it just barely makes the switch. I don't know if you can hear this, but it is. There's a nice and you just barely gotta touch it and it's clicking that switch. Nothing worse than chasing a filament runout switch that doesn't work. I know this because I yanked the one that was in the V0 foot out of that one because I couldn't stand it. It'd go and then, oh, no, stop. That one even used a ball bearing too, so it shouldn't have had that kind of issue. I'm not sure. So I can tell you part of the reason is we try to do standardized stuff. We try to, like, I just walked over to a drawer and I have these switches. Why? Because that's the switch that's used on everything. Most everything. So we try to pick something and kind of standardize around it. And try not to venture from that standardization unless you absolutely have to, because you can't make it work in a design somehow. That way people can use what they have, and they don't have to have 10 different kinds of little micro switches. I thought you said that that issue wasn't quite what you thought it was. I need to get some of those, but they are so expensive. They're like $10 a freaking switch. Brad was kind enough to send me one, and the postal service was rude enough to fucking lose it. Maybe I just have to order something from AliExpress. I've just been avoiding it for a while now. All right. Now, let's get some stuffs and things. I'm gonna have to take this out. So I need to get in here to run the screw through for the stepper motor. No big deal. No big deal. What else was I going to get? I was going to get something. Oh, an ECAS fitting. All right. These are one of the things that I dislike tremendously, is the ECAS fittings. They cut into your PTFE tube, and then you can't get your freaking PTFE tube back out. All right. Now, we need to undo this, because we gotta, well, let's go over here and get the parts we need first. Ah, hell. Uh, These ones. Down Under Maker, can you DM me these links? Because I'm on a computer that I can't get this information from this computer to anywhere where I can actually order it from. Oh, sweet. Thank you. Yeah, my streaming computer does not link back to much of anything. It just exists to stream, and that is it. All right, I'm starting to knock things over. Yeah. I just realized I forgot to take my meds this afternoon, so that's not helping any. All right. Yeah, so as most of you guys know, I've been on short-term disability out from work waiting on this surgery. Well, you're on the short-term disability insurance only lasts so long, and then they kick you over to long-term disability. So my short-term disability ran out, and that paid me every week, or was supposed to anyway. They kept needing stuff recertified, and then I'd have to wait weeks while they did that. But now, because my short term ran out, they kicked me over to long term, which pays every month. Okay, fine. Short term pays you now for the week coming up. Long term pays you for the month prior. So I've got over a month. I will not get paid again until the beginning of December. So it's going to be a long, fun November. How'd you get the cornbread started? Antipsychotics need to be taken every day. on time. Yes, yes, they do. All right, now, so we need this stepper motor, which means I need some stuff unhooked from this controller board. We're just going to need to mostly start all over again. But I want to take a picture of this so I can remember which side is what for yellow and white for the can pass through. Now down under maker, I can just use any of the extra GPIO pins on this EBB36 board for the tachometer, right? All right. Seriously misbehaving kids inside of my house right now. Star-shaped PTFE tubes, huh? All right, so this one's got to come out. Then that one. That one. That one. That one. All right. Let's go get another screw. And then, yeah. Where's the freaking 8s at? No, we'll go with a 10. Star-shaped tubes are from Creality. Well, that's interesting. It looks like it's adjustable, but in reality, that is very much held in one spot. All right, so there's that. And then here is that thing. So I'm going to use brass standoffs because I don't really care for the plastic ones. Assuming that I have some, which I should. Yeah. There we go. 20mm standoffs. Oh, Delrin tubes? Ooh. We did injection molding of Delrin at work. All right. I have no idea, Clown Hammer. The old lady and I were discussing today the fact that the garage probably has as much stuff in it as the entire first and second floor of the house does combined. You know, not including furniture, you know what I mean? But stuff. And somehow it manages to be cleaner than any other part of the house. That's because I'm so damn OCD and clean it several times a day. All right, so we have the Stealthburner. All right. So this is going to go here. Do I need a heat set in there? It would seem I need a heat set in there. Or something. Something goes in there. Yeah, 4-car garage and it's full of crap too. So, to continue on with my story of that conversation with the old lady, moral of that story is she didn't see it quite the same way I did. She very much saw it as me attacking her for not keeping the house as clean as I keep my garage. So, never mention how your workshop is cleaner than the rest of the house. Yeah, well, if I stop showing up for streams, you'll know what happened. Though on the bright side, some others have tried, and I'm still breathing. All right, so heat sets on the back side of this. Some heated dialogue about tidiness. Yeah. So, here's the thing. As long as I have my area that I can escape to, that is mine. I try not to let my OCD run into their lives, right? The garage is cleaner than the rest of the house because I have a fucking problem. Alright. Heat sets installed. Okay, so that's going to go just like that. I don't want to get too far on assembling this because we just have to take it apart to get it onto the printer. But this is going to go on just like so. And then faceplate goes on the front like such. And then that's going to go there. All right, so yet again, I'm going to have to take this apart to get that screw in. Okay. Okay. All right, down on Undermaker. Have fun swimming. Yeah, so the whole conversation came about because they're going camping. And the old lady was asking if we had a pump for air mattresses. And I was like, yeah, we have a pump. Well, she's like, she's been bugging me all week. But can you find it? Can you find it? And she said something today. And I just reached down and grabbed this out. We haven't used this in 5 years, but I knew exactly where it was. I could go get it blindfolded. And that's how the whole conversation came about. All right, let's see. So now we have a flippy flappy door. Fingers crossed. It's the last time I have to take this apart. And then this will run through there. And we need a 3x6 for right here. Yeah, famous last words is about right. All right. So where are we at? 10:30. So this will get 2 screws here. Wait, where'd that go? There it is. Okay, so this goes in here. What size do I need for this? So 20. All right, so M3x20 goes through here. This will go on like so. Then we get 2 screws here. We got 2 screws here. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. It's like modeled to fit that. All right. 2 screws to hold your EBB in place. And then that's it there. So here's what I'm going to do. We're at 2.5 hours right now. Most everybody's falling asleep at this point. It's getting late for folks. And quite frankly, I can't stand up anymore. So we're going to call it here for tonight. Tomorrow is Halloween. Got a bunch of trick-or-treating and stuff. We'll probably be back for a stream on Saturday. In the meantime, I am going to get the fans put in there, solder up the LEDs so we can get those in there. And I'm not boring the shit out of y'all. Oh, here's one more thing we can do real quick. Is take our cartographer board off and just slap it over here so that's off of there. All right, excellent. Love it. Martin, have a good night. You just woke up? Yeah, I think it looks awesome. I think that's a pretty cool looking tool head. I think this wire is way too long. There's no reason for it to be so long. There we go. Yeah, that's a pretty sweet looking tool head. I don't know if you noticed this or not, but the logo there on the tool head is the little sus eyes from the GIF in the thumbnail. Anyway, so real quick, normal outro stuff. Hit the like button if you haven't. Billing department crap. If you wanted to become a member and support what we do here and projects moving forward, cool things, consider becoming a member. Link in the description for donations, Polymaker affiliate link, merch, all that stuff. Raj, get to bed, sir. What are you doing? I can't say anything. There's times that I can't sleep, that I am up that late myself. Anyway, have a good night, everyone. Have a good Halloween. See you back here this weekend. Later.